Welcome to Online Learning with Rana. I am your instructor Rana. We are working on our category update. So in the previous lecture we are facing some issue of page not found error. So it may be the cache issue. I guess it, but I found it. It is not that. We have mistaken on that. We have create a function edit under the already function add new successfully. So that's why it's not accessing it. So I did all the things, but when I was troubleshooting it, so the first error I found, our file is outside from our directory admin. So I included and refresh and all that cache refresh, and the cache of Dreamweaver is refreshed. So but this issue was still there. So when I read my code, go through my code, all that, so I found, so here is the issue. Now let's have a look. So the issue is the same. When we click on edit and we find 404 page not found. Okay, so that's why I comment all the brackets, because it's make when code goes long, so it's become complicated and you forget where you have written. So when I control X and keep out that function, now the IDs and the code is exactly right, and end edit, and this is end our class. Okay, save it, save all, and refresh your page. Now you can see we have found our category. Okay, well, show all. Now you can see we can find it, test, and again we find another one, test 3, and when we click on update, so it goes to edit new successfully. Okay, now we will work on that method, edit new successfully. Here is C. Before that, one thing is remaining. We have sent the category title, but one thing is remaining, and element category name. Input type hidden, name ID val php echo cat underscore id. So we kept that field input hidden because we do not want to show that cat ID, because that cat ID we will access in our edit successful method, and on that ID base we will, it is the same ID that we are accessing from our edit function. On that ID basis, when control comes that edit function on a particular ID, on that ID base it will get the records from database, and that record we will send to our admin edit cats. When we receive that in admin cats, we have print only a cat title and the category title, and Now we will print the cat ID in a hidden field input text. So these two values we will grab in our edit new successfully method. So this method we will create again. I will do not do a mistake that we have did already. So create a function edit underscore new underscore su successfully and comment that function edit success. Okay. Create array cat id. Now this cat id will be the same that will field in a database. So now we will get that this input post and that has been post is the id, the same id that we kept in a hidden field. So this cat id is now we will call its name by name id. So its value is the id that we have fetched from database. Okay, come to your controller id we kept in the database cat id, and now the same thing that we have did in add new successful, the form validation set tools will be the same cat name cat date, form validation. If the form is empty, show that error. If it is okay, and call that this common model insert function. So go grab that code carefully and else add function copy and now paste it. Okay, little bit change will be required. This input post id that we have already set. So this form I always do a mistake when I copy the code. So I wish that we do not find any error when I have copied this code. This form validation set tools cat name and cat the same one, and always we have taken the input post cat name and it will kept in the cat title. Okay, and date function the same one we have kept in a cat date. If this form validation run and we use the run function false, it's proof false when the field is empty. Form validation throws an error, then set a session set flash data that we will show in our edit where we want in edit files. So an error, please enter category name, the same one we will require, and after that redirect the user to a admin cat add new cat no redirect the user if there is an error. Leave it at, because the field will not be empty. So when you click on edit, so definitely it will not be updating because it is fetching data from database. Just we will click on update data. So the checks will be remain same. Leave it as it is. Okay, this common model insert. Now this common model will create what method that we will create. Let me see, edit record. Okay, edit record. That method we will create in a common model. This common model edit record categories. In a table name is categories. Data is data. What is data? That we have already set in array. Cat ID, cat title, and cat date. Okay, when the session set flash data is record is updated, show the category edit. Now show category updated. So, and when it is edited, redirect to the user to $server the HTTP reference to that page where the actual request originate or produce from actual request is generate or no, it will not be redirect the user not to that. Yes, redirect user to base underscore URL and admin cat and let me see what we have set in the index. This load view cats. Yes. Admin cat view cats. There is error. Come on. Okay, open the common model, edit record. Let's create from here. Edit. Okay. Function edit record what is the function edit record table name and data. Kept in a cat ID. what we will update is only categories. Just give a string what column that we want to update. Cat id, so we will remove that array from here and just take a variable id is equal to this input. This input post id we kept in a variable id, and now we are updating our table categories with category id. That category id will be actually the column table column name, localhost phpMyAdmin, go to your login system, categories, that cat id. That cat id will be equal to the id that we are receiving, and suppose if we received a cat id 4, it will match this 4 id to that column id, and it will only update that for this id, or randomly 6, 5, 4 and after that. So suppose we have received a cat id which we are $id and comma table name this one, and data will be this. Okay, come to your common model. Here we created table name which will be categories, and call name definitely it will be a cat id that we are mapping in our method we call in a controller, and second one where is the id, where will be the id, and fourth one is the data that we will receive. Okay, this table name will be that table name, it will match it to that table name, and data will be the data, same will be mapped to that data variable. There will be no confusion because it is the data, also variable data, and their model you can change it any data and other data, so I have keep the same, so don't be worry. And this column name will be that cat id column name, and id will be that we are receiving when we from our edit cat file, that id. Okay, and now this db this db where this db where call name will be that id, and this db update query, and the table name will be categories, and the data will be that data. When I update, my lecture is also almost done. Okay, let's see a final look. Category, if we will find an error, we will set in a leg structure. Now we will update laptop 2 and laptop 1. Click on update. So we have found a bundle of errors. Missing argument for common model edit code. So there is some database I think error. So I am missing argument 3 for common model edit code called in 7547 line in a common model. Error is missing. So here's I have found the mistakes that I pointed. So first of all, let's when the field is empty and we will redirect the user to same HTTP reference we have changed it to redirect. So leave it and copy that referer, remove that, because when there is error the user must be go to the same page that the original text it's generate. It will be the edit categories. So the reference will be the same. And the second one, remove that views, because redirect when the code is edited, updated, so user will go to a controller cat. Under controller cat there is an index function that is by default, and by default it is showing the view cats. So we do not require to give a complete path of cats. It will be okay for that. Okay, when you control S, save all and come back, log out, admin, login, categories, and suppose we will want to update categories, but it is not updated. And the code is now okay. If we test 3 from to test update, but it is not updated. And there is another mistake. There is that in our edit code we just give ID. So remove that and give that same where. Now it will, the column will be cat ID and where will be the ID that is mapping to our cat, this one. And when you did it, control S and refresh your page. Now let's suppose we want to edit test 3 to test updated, click on update, and but still it is not updated. Why? Refresh. Again there is a mistake. What the hell is this? Where? Refresh one more time. Test updated. The update now, it's now updated. And let's update another field, test 2 updated again. No, now test 2 updated now again. Now it's complete. Now the category we have updated and added and update. And take a long lecture. Take care, have a good time, see you in the next lecture.